The Great Depression, the dot-com bubble, the 2008 crash, the pandemic recession. Different decades, different causes, but one thing never changed: us. This is why every crash in history follows the same predictable pattern. The faces change, the behavior doesn't. Every boom starts with a spark of optimism. People truly believe this time is different. As prices begin to rise, so does our confidence, and slowly but surely logic starts to fade into the background. That's when greed takes over, pushing markets to unsustainable heights. And when the bubble inevitably bursts, a wave of fear replaces reason, and panic sets in. Greed, then fear, then repeat. It's a cycle as old as markets themselves. Think about it. In 1929, it was stocks bought on margin. In 2000, it was the promise of a new digital age with the internet. In 2008, it was the belief that housing prices could only go up. And in 2020, it was global panic and unprecedented policy responses. The specific details change, but the underlying psychology is always the same. As humans, we are wired to chase what feels good and run from what hurts. It's our most basic instinct. Different stories, same instincts. Economists have a name for this phenomenon: the emotional market cycle. It begins with a glimmer of excitement and hope, which then grows into full-blown euphoria, as everyone feels like a genius. But euphoria is a peak, and the only way down is steep. It ends in despair and capitulation, as people sell at the worst possible time. Then, after the dust settles, comes disbelief, the quiet phase right before the next boom begins all over again. We don't learn from history because we're fundamentally wired to feel, not to calculate. Emotion is what drives the economy. But here's the powerful lesson in all of this. If you can recognize the pattern, you can control your reaction to it. When everyone else is panicking, you can stay calm. When others are rushing in blindly, you can remain disciplined. Surviving a recession or any market crash isn't about perfectly predicting when it will happen. It's about managing your own emotions when it finally hits. In this game, emotional control is financial power. Ultimately, every crash acts as a mirror, showing us who we really are when the world starts to shake. The wise investors, the ones who make it through, don't chase fleeting trends. They build solid habits, not temporary hype. They understand that real, lasting wealth isn't just found in the numbers on a screen. It's forged in discipline. That discipline is what builds true freedom. This was episode 6 of How to Survive Any Recession. Next time, we'll dive into the practical steps you can take before the next downturn hits. Because preparation, not prediction, is what will ultimately save you. Thanks for watching. I'm Reese from Powerful Individual. Follow along for more.